Alright everybody, currently gearing up for a 17-day trip to Turkey where I will be visiting Istanbul in the north, Cappadocia, which is kind of in central Turkey, and then Antalya in the southern part of Turkey along the Turkish Riviera. So it is currently the 26th of January 2012, which means it's pretty cold out there. Looking at temperatures that range anywhere from highs of 20 degrees to highs of about 50, depending on where I'm at and how kind the weather is, which means I have to pack a little warmer. And I'm also packing really light. What I've done over some of my previous travel videos is I've knocked out my second pair of jeans because even though it's kind of bad to admit, I really just don't change them that much when I'm traveling. I am taking a swimsuit because of the Turkish baths and the beach time, although it's probably going to be a little cool for the beach. So let's go through really quickly kind of what I'm taking. This right here is my standard waterproof kind of all-weather jacket. It's not as heavy as a parka, which gives me a lot of flexibility, but it also means that I have to do a lot of layering. Now, part of that layering, I've got a typical kind of standard sweater here. Taking my typical Keens, which you've probably seen showcased in a lot of my different travel photos. One thing I'm doing a little differently over my typical trips is I'm also not taking a second pair of kind of social shoes. So instead of 3 pairs, because I'll also have my flip-flops, which I'll show you here shortly, I'm not going to have a kind of leather pair of nicer shoes for going out to clubs and stuff like that. I've found I just don't need them and I just don't use them often enough. Here is my typical pack towel, which is super portable and super convenient when I'm in the hostels, as a great alternative to places that might charge for a towel or make me bring something along. For this trip, I've decided to take 5 t-shirts, which I'll rotate through and then do wash about halfway through the trip. My swimsuit, a really light and easy multi-use cap, and then I'm doing for 5 pairs of boxers, most of which are ex officio, in addition to 1 pair that I'm wearing, as well as 1 long sleeve shirt that I'm wearing, 1 pair of jeans that I'm wearing, and 1 pair of socks that I currently have on, which won't be featured. Then I have 3 long sleeve shirts, which I'm going with, kind of 1 flannel and then 2 evening shirts for going out to the bars, doing social things anytime I have to clean up, maybe if I catch a show, something like that. Above that is a North Face wind-stopping vest, which I'll also be able to layer on. A scarf next to that, the normal dock kit with everything that goes in that, and then doing 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of socks, if you include the ones I have on. Because it's cold, I've got a good pair of gloves, which makes a huge difference. What you see underneath my camera is just a normal shopping bag, and I'm going to use that to organize the interior of my larger bag a little bit by putting all of my socks and underwear in that. That way I don't have to rearrange everything in my bag when I go hunting for it. Then my trusty Canon G11, which goes everywhere with me, my Gorilla Pod, which is super useful, and I'll use that both on the G11 as well as my Vixia, which I'm currently shooting on and which is also not pictured, obviously. Then I've got all of my chargers and power cords, which are a mess. In addition to that, we'll be taking the laptop just so I can write and keep in touch with you all. Standard power converter for Europe, which should be cheap, easy. Luckily, it should work using the one from here from Denmark. If not, I'll find just a little electric shop, electric store, and they'll have something for pretty cheap. Passport, USB, backup, battery, the laptop, of course, and then my day pack, which is just your usual school backpack. Nothing too complicated. I'll wear that in front, and then behind, I'll be using my typical backpack. So you can see for size, that's I wear a size 12 shoe, and it's about how big the bag is. So pretty small. Should be able to take it on as a carry-on, and then take my smaller bag as personal item. The only other item not featured, a pair of flip-flops, which will be coming with me, and that should be everything. Try and just hone it down and and go lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter with each trip. So we'll see. It may be a little cold for what I'm packing. If it is, then I'll just make sure that I layer up or pick something else up. But that scarf is going to make a huge difference in that sense. So I cannot wait to check out Turkey. First time on the Asian continent as well. Pretty exciting. So I look forward to sharing the adventure with you all. And again, you know, this is packing for late January, early February, when it's pretty cold, even though it's been a fairly mild winter. Definitely would be a little different than what I would pack for the summer, although I suppose the swimsuit and t-shirts would still be there. Look forward to sharing the adventure with you. I'll talk to y'all soon.